This solar stock is on fire. All jokes aside, in today's video, we're going to be breaking down a high growth solar stock that is absolutely taken off. What's good, all my trader and investor homies? It's your boy Kevin. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a high growth stock in a sector that I'm absolutely in love with. The solar sector is one of the fastest growing spaces in all of the stock market. Over the next few decades, as a country and the world, we're going to be transitioning away from fossil fuels and from non-renewable energy sources. That leaves a big opening for us investors to attack clean energy. We can make money from this clean energy wave. And today we're going to be talking about a stock that is making a move. They just made a huge move today. They purchased another big company. I am in love with this stock. We're going to be talking about its growth opportunities, the company's fundamentals. Is it a buy at these levels, or should we wait for a pullback? And I'll be talking about a price target, a near-term and long-term price target for this stock, so you're going to want to stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, this is Touchdown Trades. We talk about the hottest stocks in the market every single day. So do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and go down there and click all the buttons. Just click the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Let's break down this high growth solar stock that I see a lot of potential in. Let's get it. Oh, excuse me, let me take these shades off. I was looking at this stock chart and it was just so hot that it was burning my eyes, so I had to put the shades on for a little bit. We're going to be breaking down PECK company holdings today, ticker symbol PECK, a solar company that's absolutely blasting off on some major news they released today. So the stock opened up, closed yesterday at 650, gapped up huge, ran up, hit highs of 1450, and has since pulled back down to $11 a share. So we're going to be breaking down the company, the business model, the growth opportunities. We're going to talk about the news that they released today, which is absolutely monster news. And we're going to talk about whether it's a buy at these levels. It's up over 80% already on the day. So should we chase and just buy in and not miss the move? Or should we wait for a little bit of a pullback? That's what we're going to be breaking down in today's video. Check out the link in the description for Webull. If you deposit $100 or more using my link, Webull will give you 4 free stocks, literally free money, valued up to $3,200. You can't beat that deal. The best broker, the best deal. Don't miss out on that free money. Use the link in the description after the video. Also, check out the 2-week free trial to the private Discord chat where you get my buy and sell alerts in real time. Yesterday, we caught a 50% winner in NEO on an options trade. And today, we didn't make any trades or investments, but I did alert the chat not to mess around with PECK. PECK, one of the biggest hyped up stocks in the market right now. And it was trading up here when I sent the alert at like almost $3 a share. And look at it now, dropped almost 40% plus since that announcement to $1.80. I was scared there was going to be dilution. I was scared the chat rooms were going to pump and dump it. And then that's exactly what happened. And I'm not saying it's going to roll over completely, but up there at $3, it was too risky. We alerted the chat, and the chat saved a lot of money. So check out that free trial, link in the description, risk-free, cancel anytime you want. So PECK is a solar company. First, let's break down PECK's business model. Then we'll talk about the absolutely huge news that came out today. So PECK is a solar company that has commercial business, residential business. They offer solar incentives, and they offer post-install support. So a lot of companies, they'll just install the solar panel, slap them on, and then they're done. But PECK is different. They're going to help maintain that solar panel, which can provide some recurring revenue for the company. Here are some of the recent projects that they have completed, from solar farms all the way to your residential applications. We have just businesses that are installing solar panels, municipalities, right here, residential. So they do residential, commercial, and big solar farms. This is not a new company. They've been around 47 years, but they're smart. They're transitioning away from the electrical grid that we've been used to and accustomed to, and they're transitioning to solar, which is going to be the future. It's good to see when a business knows they need to transition their business model and they're not stuck in their ways. PECK is the largest commercial solar contractor in the Northeast, headquartered in Vermont, and one of the largest in the U.S., providing residential to commercial to utility construction arrays and installation services. Accomplished management team led by Jeffrey Peck. Existing pipeline at end of the 2019 year was approximately 50 million. Here is a huge data point that we need to go over. According to Allied Market Research, who is a huge data provider, we use them a lot in our videos. They do market share research and all that kind of stuff, and they are very big. According to Allied Market Research, the global solar energy market was valued at 52 billion in 2018, okay? By 2026, it's going to reach 223 billion. Okay, that's a straight up 400% increase in just a few years, just 7-8 years. So imagine by 2040, we're talking about maybe $500 billion industry, and PECK being one of the biggest solar providers in the Northeast, slowly spreading around the country, is going to be able to be a huge benefactor of that growth. A rising tide lifts all boats, especially the biggest boat in the area. So PECK is, in my opinion, undervalued right now. We'll take a look at the market cap, and I'll show you why I think they're undervalued in just a second. So we also have PECK in the electric vehicle charging space. You guys know how I feel about EV charging companies. In 20-30 years, every parking spot at every grocery store, every shopping center is going to have an EV charging station in it with a credit card reader. It is going to be huge recurring revenue for these companies, and they're going to absolutely blow up. So if PECK can get this under control, start getting their own EV charging stations manufacturing and out there, this is going to be huge. Okay, so the market expansion is enormous. The opportunity is enormous. Right now, they're doing business in Vermont, and they have immediate plans already in place to do business in these yellow states right here. So we have the rest of the country untapped that PECK can grow into. All right, so now to the big news that came out today. PECK Company Holdings is going to acquire iSun Energy LLC, an award-winning solar-powered electric vehicle infrastructure provider and clean energy product innovator. So, accretive acquisition with 2 million near-term revenue commitments. So iSun already has 2 million committed revenue. 30 to 40% project gross margin, huge gross margin. Here are some of the highlights from the transaction. PECK will change its name to iSun Energy and trade under NASDAQ ticker iSun upon closing of the deal. So iSun will be the new ticker that PECK will be trading under. PECK Solar will continue to serve the commercial, industrial, and utility scale solar markets with high quality rooftop and ground mount solar installations. They're going to continue doing the business that they've been doing for the past 40 years, and then they're adding this new business that I'll show you in just a second on top of that. What is that called? That is called growth. That is what we like to see from a growth stock, expansion. The iSun brand offerings include the iSun Mobility Hub, a solar canopy for EV charging, and the iSun Oasis Smart Solar Bench. All right, let's take a look at this. The iSun Energy and Mobility Hub is really exciting. So it's basically a canopy, a carport. You have solar panels on top of the canopy, and then you can park your cars under there and charge the cars based off the energy gained by the solar panels. This is going to be big in my opinion. Imagine a parking lot. You have these all over the parking lot. You don't even need to connect the EV charging to the electric grid. It is going to be big. You can put it out in the middle of nowhere. Just throw one of these up in a rural area and have solar EV charging capabilities. Right now, one of the downfalls to driving around in EV cars, if you're in a rural area and there's no EV charging station and you run out of battery, you're in trouble. Now we can throw these canopies up and you have nothing to worry about. Put them in rural areas and you're good to go. So aircraft grade aluminum structure, dual facing American solar technology adds up to 27% more power. Smart EV charging for each parking spot. So 2 cars can fit under this one. We'll look at they make multiple different models of this canopy. Enhanced design, maintain all your parking spots. So if you want to put this in a parking lot, you're not going to lose any parking spots. Okay, so we have 2-car, 4-car, 6-car, and 8-car models. The 2-car starting at $60,000. These are not cheap, but imagine the value it would bring to a business if you have these in your parking lot. Also, over time, it's going to save you money, electricity costs. But here's where it gets really, really good. Here's where it gets gravy. iSun OS. So you need the operating system to run this canopy. It's going to cost you $200 per month for 1 year. You can sign a 5-year contract and get it for $179 per month. I'm not sure if that is applicable. Maybe if you have 5, you have to pay that times 5 or not. I'm not sure. But you know what that's called? That's called reoccurring revenue. That's called software as a service. You're getting that reoccurring revenue for every unit you sell. That's more valuable than the $60,000 that you sold the initial cost of the canopy for. I think that reoccurring revenue is going to be huge for PECK, or now it's going to be ticker ISUN. You got multiple different color options: gray, black, tan, green, red, chocolate, and blue. So this is a really interesting concept. I love the idea behind it. And let's take a look at the solar bench. Also in love with the solar bench. Now this may look kind of tacky at first thought. I looked at this at first and I was like, this is stupid, a solar bench. All you can do is charge your phone. But here's the deal. Imagine all the parks around the country where you sit on the bench, you eat your lunch, like this park right here. You have the solar bench. Here's where it is. Okay, so you buy the solar bench, a municipality, a city, a business buys the solar bench, they put it in the park, and then people can sit and charge their phone on the solar bench. Here's where it gets good. You can charge people to advertise their business right there on the solar bench, recoup your investment, and make money off the solar bench. So you put people's advertisements. A lawyer wants to advertise on the side of the bench. They can charge them $100, $200, $300 a month, put their face, their phone number, and what they do, and you're making money, you're making revenue off of the bench that you purchased. These solar benches also offer Wi-Fi. That is going to draw people into the benches and allow you to charge more to advertise on the bench. So you can log on to the Wi-Fi when you're sitting on the bench. This is an awesome concept. I think the canopy, the EV charging canopy, is going to be a bigger revenue producer, but I really am big on this solar bench as well. We also have software as a service offered, solar power management, control your solar and charging operations from a simple dashboard. Management of EV chargers. You know what that is? You're right, reoccurring revenue, software as a service. You guys know how big I am on software as a service and reoccurring revenue. You get that foundation of monthly revenue, allows you to grow and build off of that. Quick glance at the numbers real quick. Right now, PECK has a market cap of only $32 million. Yeah, that's penny stock level market cap. It's trading up at $8, $9, but this is still a penny stock. A penny stock is not determined by the share price. It's determined by the market cap. And this $32 million, that is a micro cap. Okay, so there is obviously a huge amount of room for this company to grow. They get out of Vermont, they get out of the Northeast. We're talking about, in a couple years, a $200 million business, and that's what, almost 10x. Just at $200 million, we're talking about 10x. So they have sales of $18 million, giving us a price of sales of under 2. And I think we're going to see quick growth. I think we're going to see sales of those canopies in those benches, and that's not even the biggest revenue producer for this company. That's just going to be like a niche side business, while the big commercial solar panels, I think the solar farms, will be the long-term winner for this company. But here's where things get interesting. We've made a huge move already. We're up 80% on the day, gapping up from $6 all the way up and hitting highs of $14 a share. You guys know how I feel about chasing, buying when a stock's up huge. It's up 80% on the day. However, we are coming into a huge support level at the $10 area, and we've held that level. We can use that level to risk off of. I'd really like to buy this and hold it long term, but for a long-term investment, I would probably need to get it down here at 8, and I'm not sure it's going to drop that far. But for a short-term swing trade, short-term investment, This $10 area is a perfect risk area. You risk your trade off the $10 level and look forward to round back out towards $14 a share. That's just my opinion, that's my thoughts on it, and that's how I'm planning to attack this PECK stock. I really like it long term, but I'd love to get in on a pullback. All right, guys, that's going to wrap this video up. I hope you got something from it. If you did, hit the like button for me. It really helps me out. Check out the link in the description for Webull if you're looking for 4 free stocks, free money. Sign up for the private Discord chat, 2-week free trial. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Until next time, peace.